What's up? What's up? What's up, man? Got Kevin in the chat. What's up, kid? I was going to show off a little bit of the prep work today. Usually don't start until I'm already ready. This is how I prep out to get started with. Out of a tube like that. So I'm just going to go right through this process, start to finish with this piece right here. I'm going to take a chunk off this big ass tube here. 26mm borosilicate glass we're working with today. I think I'm going to make a soap dish today. That sounds fun. Who wants to see a soap dish? Anybody? Soap dish? Soap? Anybody use soap out there? Soap. I'm going to pull that down a little bit. Soap is what's up. Soaps, soups. And then I just seal these together in the flame like this. And weld them together like that. Kind of hold it at an angle. So they seal together. Push in, inside the fire, then pull out and pull. Just a little bit. Yeah, mix straight in there. And then I'm going to take off enough for a soap dish. I think that's probably enough right there for a soap dish. Yeah. About as wide as I want it to be. And then I'm just going to constrict it on the back here on this metal. How y'all doing out there today? Thanks for stopping by. We're making a soap dish on the show today. Soap. Who wants a soap dish? That could be cool. So once it's hot enough, I do this watch. Kind of constrict a little line in it. Take these shears right here and go like this. Use a vacuum to seal your glass. That's not what I'm doing today. I'm doing something different. So then I'm going to take this piece right here and throw some color onto it. Thanks for stopping by, folks. So then I'm going to seal this right here like this. What's up, bro? G-Man. Happy Monday, bro. It's been a minute since I've seen you. Hope you're well. And then I'm going to bring off that tip, pull it down, and smooth it out so that it's an even wall thickness. Oh man, the wind is crazy here where I live. It's blowing buildings and fucking motorhomes on its side, ripping wings off of planes and shit. It's diabolical out there in the streets. Wind damage everywhere. Yeah, that's all in my town. It's crazy out there. Power's still out for like fucking thousands of people in my community. Oh yeah, it's fucking horrible out here. But, you know, we all help each other out here in my town. Alright, so there's the shape. Now I'm gonna throw some color onto it. What's up, Ben? How you doing, man? I'm making a soap dish today for those of you just joining the show. Now we're going to throw them color onto it. I'm going to get a nice thick coating of color here. We're going to heat it up a lot. So the more the better. Yeah, earthquakes and fucking wind, man. It's crazy out here. Up here in the north. In the north. So there we go. We got a nice solid coating there. Now I'm going to attach a handle and shape it into a soap dish. Going to make a soap dish. So the first thing I do is attach this handle like this. A lot of times I'll smooth out one end and do this, watch. So that was sharp, now it's smooth, and I'll just flip it to the other side and I'll use that end to seal. That way I don't cut myself. Yeah, earthquake spread. Nice and seal there. Then I start to push it all together like this. So the technique for what I'm about to do is real similar to making a goblet. That's right. X-Men. It's a new day. It's Monday, bitches. Get up and get it. Alright, so watch my hands. We're slowly pushing all this heat and all this glass together into the center. Thickening up this bubble. We're going for a soap dish today on the show. This one's for the kids. Monday's the best day. Every day's Monday around here, baby. Every day is Monday. Not at my house, but for a few thousand people in my community, the power is out. For like day number 3 now. People be out there fucking cold as hell. People are really finding out who their neighbors are right now out here in my community. Oh yeah, no. Picking up the pieces and putting them back together out here in the city. Going for a soap dish, so we're going to thicken this bubble up real good. blow into it like this. I don't expand it too much. I'm trying to thicken that up just a little bit more. And I'm going to push my hands together once it's into a bubble like this. See? You kind of heat up the whole bubble. Keep it nice and thick, baby, like that. Kind of pushing my hands together slightly. Sometimes you could use a blow hose for this, but I usually just freestyle them. I've still got some color in the bubble. Now I'm going to pop that hole right here and start to shape it out into a dish. I get that all the same color right above where it's connected, and then I blow some air to it like this. So once that's open, then I kind of thicken that tip back up a little bit, like this. And I want to get it nice and even on that lip. So I just hold my paddle on that edge. Thicken it up to the same. It doesn't have to be perfect since I'm trying to make a dish, but as close to perfect as possible, you know? Okay, then I'm going to, see it? Then I'm going to just heat it up right there at an angle until it starts to open up. Now you can watch that glass start to slowly open up. Then just kind of air marble it. Like, I don't want to really flatten it. I just want to leave it open. And I'm just going to attach it like this. These grabbers here. How was that for tricky, huh? And then I'm just going to heat up the bottom like this. What is he making? He's making a soap dish. Thanks for tuning in today. I'm going to clean up the bottom and flatten the bottom so that it sits nice and evenly. This is supposed to keep your countertop clean, right? And maybe not fall out of the dish. So I'm going to take off just a little bit of material right here like this. We're almost finished. What do you guys think I should make next? Make next? Any ideas? So So I just clean this off. That gets rid of all that funk at the bottom. And then I start to kind of melt it all in. How y'all doing out there? Thanks for stopping by today. I just posted that pipe up last night. If anybody wants a fresh pipe, $50. Rip and buy. Send tacos. Okay, here we go. It does take a minute to heat up this boiled silica glass. Here we go. That bottom nice and thick. Keeping the heat off the tool, as you can see. And slowly starting to thicken up. I want a nice wide base on the bottom like this, so it doesn't tip. Thank you, Ricardo. Making a soap dish today, folks. Those just joining into the show. Soap dish. Soap dish. Get one in every bathroom. Yeah, why not? Put one by the kitchen sink. I got two by my sink. I figure maybe somebody else might have one up there. It's kind of cool. What's about it? Once I feel that that's thick enough, I'll do this. I'll paddle it a little bit. Warm it up, Scotch. I'll thicken that up just a little bit more. And then one last little polish to pull that thickness down to the bottom. And when I'm ready, I'll take it over the bench and push down, but I want to make sure that I clean that surface before I stick it onto the surface of the graphite tape over there. Else it'll pick up any funk on the bottom of my work. And that was soap. Then I fire polish the bottom to get rid of any of the marks created from sticking it on the table like that. Kind of hold it at an angle. Look at it. And now I'm going to set it down in front of you so you can inspect it. And there you go. The soap dish. You got simple that one. Imagine that's a bar of soap. Thanks for watching. What should I make next? Any thoughts? Anybody out there got an idea? Pretty cool, yo. I got an idea. How about we do a quick repair? How about I turn that into something? While I'm waiting for that to warm up, I'm going to make something else. Let's do that. Let's take a little piece of silver on this rod there. Let's do this. So I'm just going to take that little piece and weight the top of a piece of this glass here just a little bit, not too much. I want this to weigh about 25 grams. We're gonna get real specific on the weights here. And I want it to have a really cool galaxy in the end of it too. And there we go. So we're just gonna round that little teeth up right there. Make a beautiful little marble on top of this. We'll see in a second. I'll remove that. I don't want it to be too big. And it melts out of that. So I'm going to just round this up into a marble, and I'm going to set it on my bench and let it bench cool for a little while I work on the other piece. And then I'll show you what I'm going to do with this. Just keep hitting it with that big flame. It'll naturally want to be a marble. See that? And once it's round, I'll just kind of straighten out my hand and start to focus on the tip, and now the back will start to smooth out too. So it's all about balance when you're in this part right here. And controlling the heat. And once I feel that it's like perfect, I'll start to kind of pull it away from that flame. And we'll seal up behind it. Okay. And then let's kind of hold it at an angle until it's perfectly centered. While rounding up those sides. Once it's there, I'll just pull it out, let it cool off. Continue to hold it straight so it stays centered. And I gotta say, that looks sick as fuck. Oh hell yeah, that's badass. Now see that inside of it? That's cool as fuck. So I'm going to set that right there and let it cool off on there. Now I'm going to take this piece of glass right here. So I'm going to take that broken pipe and stick it in the kiln. Well, I'm going to clean this up and I'm going to attach it to that broken piece right now. First I'm going to clean off that end because it's really messed up. Miss me with that soda. Just got here. How do you make these? I was just making a soap dish. And now I'm going to repair this broken pipe that I've had in a bucket for a year or two. So check it. I'm going to take my tweezers, heat them up a little bit, set that aside, and grab this out of the kiln. If there's any dust on that, I'm going to wipe it off before I attach it so it doesn't end up in my final stuff. Here we go. First thing I'm going to do is attach this to the end. So this is to demonstrate that you can recycle broken glass and use it again. Just got to make sure I get a good seal. Okay. So I can push some air into it once it's melted in. So we got that on a stick. Now we're going to see if we can melt that back into a bubble and shape it out again. So what I'm going to do is hit it with a big wishy flame like this to kind of warm it up for us. Working with borosilicate glass today. So one of the first things I want to do when working with broken glass is make sure that I seal up all the holes. So that I can get some pressure into it, right? So there's a carb right there. We're going to fill that first. Alright, that's good. Now there's a bowl that puts right there. We're going to take that too. Let's see what up. There we go. Both of those are closed. Now I'm just going to kind of gather up the end and push that bowl back out and then bring it back together. What's up? Michigan, how you doing, man? Sweating like a glass blower. No, it's pretty cold here in Alaska, and the winds are like 80 miles an hour outside my house, so we're nice and freaking relaxed here in the studio today. Thanks for stopping by. Hoping the power comes back on for our neighbors today, because it's all crazy out there. Power's out for like 1,000 people in my town. It ain't been on for days. They cold, man. They cold. It's not the virus. My back is shut. Alright, so there's a big hole there. We're going to just fill it up with some different glass. And that's fine. We can do that. So I'll just take this big rod and kind of start to fill that hole on the top of that. You see that big? I got to fill that. So I'm going to just coil pop this rod around the side of that hole like this. We're going to take this piece of broken glass and see if we can repair it, turn it into something different. I think it wants to be a pipe, but I don't know. We'll see. Oh man, I got a trampoline in my backyard and the wind lifted it up like super high and slammed it back on the ground. And then it shattered and all the legs fell off it. I was like, okay. Put it back together. And then the wind picked up again, and poof, it did it again. Fucking crazy like that. Just pick up another rod and keep going like this. Mile per hour wouldn't make a piece of plywood dead to wood. I saw a picture of a motorhome in my town laid out on its side this morning. Planes with their wings ripped off. It's crazy out here in Alaska this week. But we holding it down, baby. We're still here. We ain't been blown away yet. Alright, there we go. So we got that hole sealed up. Check it. Now I'm going to start to kind of blend all this back together. If I'm lucky. Alright, so you see what happened there? That fell off, but that's alright. The island's giving me a taste of their weather. Yeah, it's pretty warm here. I think it was like 18 last night. So it's pretty fucking warm. So you saw that piece fell off, but that's alright. We're just going to kind of keep pushing forward here. Ready? So it's warming up. I can see it starting to warm up now. I'm going to push a new handle back on it since that one popped off. So yeah, you gotta roll with it sometimes. And you see the flame shoot out the tube? Yeah, that'll get you. repairs are always tricky. Because it's remembering what you did to it the first time, you know, and you gotta reheat it up, bring it all back again, stretch it out again, and sometimes it'll get damaged. Like you can overcook the glass if you spend too much time on it. It'll look like it's burned, like it's got a scab. And you can spray some borax on it or whatever. Sometimes that heals it, but a lot of times it's just gone. That happens a lot more when you're doing like really big models. Am I heat proof? No. No, I'm not. Okay, so we got this back on. Pocket piece, maybe, I don't know, we're gonna see, because this one's hella tricky since I had a crack on me. We're gonna see if we can get it back together. So we're gonna have to be real careful with this one. I think it really wants to explode. You guys might get a real entertaining show today if this thing explodes. No. Thank you, brother. Appreciate this guy. Alright, here we go. Try $4.99. $4.99, oh goddamn. So the trick is to get it back into a bubble. You heard it exploding, it's like pop, pop, pop. This one's gonna be hella tricky, but if you can do this kind of stuff, you can pretty much do anything with this glass and everything. Learning how to recycle broken shit is a pretty solid part of this to learn. Yo, what's up, man? So what I'm going to do now is just try to clean up this mouthpiece, get a nice solid seal, and then bring the end of that back into it, and then kind of go back and forth until I got the one solid, consistent, even bubble. This is the only way I'm going to be able to turn this into anything useful. So that's what I meant, like just a nice even bubble by the mouth. You are not wearing gloves. That seems hot, bro. Yeah, maybe a little bit, but I live in Alaska, so it's just right. Alright, so once that's even, we're going to pull it out of the flame and let that part cool off. And then we're going to heat this part up and bring it into this bubble. And again, if you don't do this, and warm it up a little bit first, it'll explode. So we need a nice yellow bushy flame to get it kind of warm, and then slowly start adding that outer oxygen to the fire like this. And that's what really brings that heat up quickly. Now what I'm going to try to do is even out this end. Remove this here. And take all this and turn it into one even bubble. So this is how I do that. Man, there's 1,000 people in here and only 90 likes. What are y'all doing? Hey Jeremiah, have you ever made a glass eye? Yeah. I have actually made a glass eye. I think I made one for my kid once. And I used to stick them on my bowls when I make pipes sometimes. You know, just for the fun of it. Yeah, I've done that. The 860. So no, I'll feel you, bro. We ain't asking for nothing from people on this show. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate y'all tuning in today. Hope you're having a beautiful day. Windy as fuck in my town. Holy shit. Roofs are blowing off the fucking buildings out here. Whoosh, it's like twisted. I was driving up the road and suddenly my car, I swear to God, it lifted up like a fucking foot. Whoosh. I was in the car like, what the fuck? It's crazy as hell. Just like that movie Twister. That's an oldie but goodie, huh? Anybody seen that one lately? Twister. That's what it's like in Wasilla, Alaska today. Hit the light for the guy. Hey, thank you. I appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate all your support out here. So we can see this bubble slowly starting to kind of seal together. This is a rework. Broken piece from, I don't know, 2 or 3 years back. Come on, y'all. Every time I walk into a shop at Broadcast, there's someone know that a buddy his name is Jeremiah. Was in New Mexico. Shop at Broadcast, they always tell me, no. New Mexico, no way. It's crazy. Yeah, shout out to Albuquerque. I ain't been there in a long fucking time. If you don't have a like button, double tap the screen. Ain't got no like button. He says double tap the screen. I didn't even know that's how it worked. Thanks, man. Double tap them screens, folks. Hooah. Spread that love. Alright, so we're almost there. I've got a nice even seal, and the object here is to kind of make that inside bubble all the same thickness for this to work. Do I know the Furrier? Harry Green? What? We have no clue what you're talking about. What's up, Finley? Alright, so we're almost there. Yeah, I do that. I did not know double tapping the screen did a fucking thing. I thought he was lighting his meth pipe for a second. No, we're not lighting a meth pipe here. We are actually creating a new pipe. But if you want me to sell you a pipe, I'll sell you a pipe. What do you need? Send me some money. I'm sending you something tonight. What do you want, baby? I got you. I got you. I'm going to expand that bubble as much as I can to even out the wall thickness there. You see that? And I might have to do that a few times, but what I want to do is even out the wall thickness of this bubble so it's all the same and kind of bring it all back down. And that's about the only way I'm going to get any kind of consistent result with this is if all the glass is even. I go to blow it back out. So then I'm going to kind of hit it on all sides to shrink the bubble back down again. I might do this 2 or 3 times to get that wall thickness just right. The object here is to turn it back into a tube. Alright, so there we go. It's looking nice. People really don't understand how hard it is to do what you're doing without breaking everything. No, they don't understand, but, you know, I figured I'd share what I do with people, and maybe it helps them out there. And yeah, my videos weren't being shown to people with the music on, so that's kind of counter to what I was trying to accomplish here with my channel, which was educate people out of the glass. Hopefully sell some of my glasswork too at the same time, but the main focus was to share this with somebody else that might be interested in it someday. Maybe my kid wants to look up someday. The only way it stays up is if I do it like this. I'm going to bring that down to a nice, even, thick wall on the tip. This is where the fleece starts to take shape. Bring all that glass down into the tip. the wall thickness even, you're gonna see a crazy pattern appear too, because remember it was all clear that it's stuck in that hole. See, we got a totally different shape now. Close the mirror into that to thicken out the wall thickness again. Now the tricky thing with this is basically we're starting it back over from this. Okay, I'm going to catch another handle right here and then bring all this back into this bubble. Really put that warm and sticking heat back into this before I start to hit it with the big flame. Once it's warmed up a little bit, we start to pull in that outer oxygen. Focusing all that heat on that middle section there. We're going to try to bend the bubble on the handle to the bubble on the handle here. Like this. Slowly. Sometimes you can use a blow hose for this, but I just like to freestyle it. This is looking pretty fire too. It's got like chunks of pink in the end of it. If Kevin's watching, hey Kev, this one's pink there. I think Gabriel's having a stroke. Okay, here we go. Now the most important thing is that all the glass is the same wall thickness from the tip to the base. That's what I'm doing now. Expanding it all to the same wall thickness from bottom to top. For those of you just joining in, this was a broken pipe that I pulled out of a bucket from a couple years ago and I'm repairing. I think I'm going to turn it into another pipe. If anybody would like to buy one of my finished pipes, they're on my website, cosmicglass.net. I think I've got 40 available for sale right now for the whole planet. That's about it. Well, a set of wedding stemware, yes, and actually I have quite a bit of stemware available on my website, cosmicglass.net, and I sell most of my cups on there for like $100 each if anybody wants them. I also have lots of pendants. If anybody likes glass pendants, I have hundreds and hundreds of pendants on my website. Jesus loves you, thank you. Nice that people can master their craft. Can you calculate? You missed it. Need a new glass piece for my pour. Awesome. I'm going to check it out. Thank you. We're almost there. No, I don't speak that language. Use the translator breath. I don't speak that language. Use the fucking translator breath. So look at that. So we've taken our fucked up pipe, shaped it back into a tube, and now we're going to turn this into something. You guys ready? Here we go. I'm going to bring all that back into the tip. Let's see what fucking kind of work it takes to heal glass. It's a lot of work. But it's cool if you do it right. It's the only way to get this kind of result. And these kind of patterns. Right now, melting all that glass together, we're going to get an even wall thickness right there, all the way into the sun. These are the big flames for this one, because we really want to melt the glass. from Malaysia. What's up, Malaysia? I like your work, brother. Thank you, sir. We got Malaysia in the chat today. What's up, Malaysia? We're doing a little repair work today on our own broken pipe. Then we're gonna make a new pipe out of it. I've been making cannabis pipes since I was a boy. Since '99, holy crap, long time. Hi from Malaysia. What's up, Malaysia? We got a couple people from your country today. What was the coolest smoking pipe you think you've ever made? The amount of people that are asking if it's a meth pipe is in every language is making me laugh. That's funny. The coolest smoking pipe I've made? Man, that's a tough question, bro. That's a tough question. Actually, I think it's a Sherlock that I kept. It's in my case. It's a black Sherlock. Yeah, that's the coolest pipe I have ever made. And I used to share it with anybody that came to my studio. They'd do business with me. And I'd be like, hit my piece pipe, bitches. And they'd be like, fuck yeah. That was the coolest pipe. I remember that. I made that like in the memory of my grandfather when I made that piece. Because he used to smoke a pipe. Este mete pipe. I know, look, he's saying it in another language. It's funny. Look. It's a mete pipe. Challenge. We're doing a repair today. Oh yeah, my uncle made one and I bought it in his store and it's my favorite pipe I've ever had. Fascinating. Now I'm going to clean up that mouthpiece into its final shaping. I only had like one cup of coffee today. Jeremiah needs more coffee. At this point, I'm just here to learn how to say meth pipe in every language. Well, as long as you're learning something, that's what the show's all about. We're here to expand the vibe of the tribe a little bit. He's trying to raise the vibe of the tribe. Hi, hello. This is Throckmorton. Alright, that's about ready. It's shaping up, it might be fire. We're gonna come down just a little bit while it's hot. Pull it. Put a little air into it like this. There we go. Oh, so this is looking fucking lovely. It's an honor to see you show us how you make these smoking pipes. Very hilarious. Thank you. Yeah, this is going to be a smoking pipe for sure. Alright, wow, that inside stem is looking crazy. Remember, this is a rework, so you can see some of that color on the stem there. That pink, the orange, the clear window. Now this is really likely to crack because I spent so much time here. So this is the trick you gotta learn. Bring it back into the fire slowly, right above the texture. So I make custom beaker bombs. Yeah, I'll make you a custom beaker bomb for $500 if you want. Send me a message if you want to set that up, bro. I can get you. So that's warm enough. Now we're going to hit it with the big flame, like I said. Now the object is to take all that end bubble and pull it back towards this side. Need a super thick glass Sherlock. I got 2 Sherlocks on my website. I think one's 100 and one's 150. If anybody wants a Sherlock. There's only 2 for the whole world. That's it. Thank you. Yeah, my time is valuable. My time is valuable, baby. Feature bone costs $500. If you want to buy one of the bongs I already made, there's a couple on there. I think I got one for like $150. It's like 16 per stall. It's a nice happy little bong. Little carve on the back. Making a bong? No, I'm making a pipe. Meth pipe? No, it's not a meth pipe. I mean, I guess you can smoke whatever you want out of it. Right? Send me money, I'll send you it. Let's close the meth heads today. That's the fucking challenge of the week. Can you sell a kid pipe to a meth person? I doubt it. Maybe. I think that'd be the ultimate fucking hustle right there. Oh yeah. Closing every single person that said meth pipe. Huh. We don't do that. Alright, so there we go. We got a nice bubble. We're going to even it up. We're getting real close to this being a totally repaired piece. The weed only. Yeah. Like I said, it's not mine. Once you buy it, you do whatever the fuck you want with it. You can all just fucking hold in your hands and dance around your house with it. So. They're like, yeah, that's what I do. Dance around the house. It's a spoon bite for these only. That design be off the bonkers. Alright, so we're going to clean off the tip. Then I'm going to push a bowl in this. For those of you just joining, this is a broken pipe I'm repairing today. Just got done making a soap dish, and I'm taking suggestions for what I'm going to make next. Y'all got any thoughts on that? If you want to see me demonstrate anything, 9 times out of 10 I'll do it for you. If it's not too difficult. Does anybody remember what this started off as? It was fucked up and it broke like 3 times. What's my favorite strain? Mendo Punch, I guess. The stuff that tastes like, you know, citrusy, fruity flavors, that's the stuff I like. Because we always got the winter blues around here, you know what I mean? We cold as fuck in Alaska. So yeah, we need them flavors in our lives. We need flavor. I enjoy seeing what you create, man. It's awesome. Thank you, bro. Oh yeah, that sounds good. Thanks, man. We almost there, baby. We're gonna take this fucking broken glass and turn it into a taco if I do it right today. This is the X-Men strain. Oh, you're funny. This is the part where it's really important you get an even wall thickness on the end. I think next I might do an inside-out technique. show you all the fucking blessings today. There's my shape. I'm 23 inches with a low of 5 inches. He's actually finished. No, I'm not finished yet. I gotta push the bowl in first. Thank you. Oh, here we go. Now we're gonna pop a little bowl hole in there. Quantum fusion is gas. Oh, here we go. All that to get here. And the whole thing could still blow up, so we're gonna be careful. It's cold in northern Michigan. I like it. It's different. Yeah, it's different because it was broken and I healed it. Not too much pressure because I don't want to blow any moisture or water into that spot right there. It'll fucking pop. Yeah, so now we're gonna put out the bowl. Here we go. I like it, it's different. A strain. Here we go. So yeah, this piece of glass was in my bucket, my Home Depot bucket for like the last 3 or 4 years. So we're gonna turn it out and turn it into something fresh so we don't blow up today. Here we go. Moment of truth. Is that a meth pipe? Oh shit, is that a meth pipe? It's any kind of pipe you want it to be, baby. Send me money, I'll sell it to you. How long have you been doing this? Since 99. Is that a meth pipe? Second time. Yeah. Smoke whatever you want out of it, dude. Send me money, I'll sell it to you. I don't give a fuck what you do with my work. As long as you enjoy it. Alright, since this is such a tricky repair, I'm not going to add too much to it. I'm just going to pop the hole out the side and flat the bottom. Okay, so here we go. This is how you flatten the bottom. You just hit that small flame on the bottom like this, a little bit. Make sure your bench is clean before you do this part. Once you see it start to get white on the bottom through the top of the glass, that's when I pull it out. And I'll just hit it with my graphite paddle, give it a slight push. I don't want to push the bowl into the bottom of the glass, that's what I'm concerned with there. It's a spoon bowl, he just said it's not a method pipe. Tick pipe in production. It's whatever you want it to be, bro. It's up to you what you do with my work. Alright, line the bottom. Now pop a hole at the side. So wait till that bottom is cool or you're going to blow this shape all fucked up and it won't sit right. So you got to wait till that cools. Then I pick a side for the card to go. It's actually a smoking pipe and none of the above y'all said. We having fun with the Twitchy people today. With the Twitchy people. Alright, there we go. Broken pipe, repaired, ready to be used again. Plus it's got really cool color. You've been doing it for 26 years, well, as long as I've been alive. That's crazy. Marijuana pipe, marijuana pipa. Yeah, whatever you want to do with it, bro. We're gonna let that warm up in the kiln for a second while I try to sell you this one for 50 bucks. Look, I posted it last night. Anybody want to buy it? 50 bucks, I'll ship you that one. It's pretty nice. Comes with a sticker on it. How about this cool plant? I posted that today. Woo, hundo. Ship you this box. Boxed up, ready to go. Comes with this sticker. Oh, look at that. See, remember I set that aside, the bench school, it exploded. Oh, sad. Let's try that one more time. Ooh, alright, here we go. Put that back there. Can y'all read my sign today? What should I make next? Anybody got any ideas? What do y'all want to see? Does anybody want a heart pendant? I posted some heart pendants under my pendant section yesterday. If anybody wants a heart pendant, got some pretty cool hearts on the site. Feel the love. Feel it. A twisted chilling something with a slight twist in it. Chillin'? I can do a chillin' next if you all want to see it chillin'. First, I'm going to twist up this little galaxy marble and heal it. See that? It's been healed. I only want like 20 grams on the top of this. I'm weighing these things out on a scale when I sell them. 80s Hunter, Tom Sutton, 90s Skater, Dad, on the glass pipes I dry and break them in and I get to stand up and get my bowl in my lap. Thanks for stopping by, bro. Hot dog looking bowl. Yeah? Okay. Long. Okay. Bong. Go. So that was a broken thing I'd set on the bench, and now it's healed again. Okay, since I fixed this, I'm going to let that cool off, and I'm going to take that pipe out that I was working on. I'm going to take it all the way to the end and see if we can finish it with the kiln right now. Bubbler. You know, I don't think I have any bubblers on my website, but I do have a couple bottles. I haven't made any bubblers in a minute. I think the last bubbler I made, I put in Shoreline Cannabis in Wasilla. I think that's the only place you can find one in Alaska right now. Shoreline Cannabis in Wasilla. If you know, you know. Well, if you didn't know, now you know. There you go. There you go. All right, so we got a ball there. And I'm going to take it off like this. It'd be cool to see you make a bubbler. I'll make a bubbler if you want to buy it. 300 bucks. Otherwise, I'm making whatever I feel like today. Alright, so I'm going to flatten the bottom of this and then I'm going to step right into the next thing. I'm currently smoking out of a bowl that looks like a hot dog. I thought it would be awesome to see you recreate a similar pipe. You asked for suggestions. Can you make a bomb? Alright. Yes, I did ask for suggestions, but we're not doing that today. Not unless we paid. I might make another soap dish, maybe an ashtray. That kind of stuff is fun. Yep. Or you can make one yourself. Make your own. Right? You can build a whole glass shop in your garage and start practicing. And maybe you can make one just as good as I can, but you're not going to know unless you try. I was trying to put that in perspective. It's like $300, that's a lot of money. Well, yeah, you could learn how to do it too. Do it yourself. Or you can give me $300 and watch me do it right now. It's up to you, baby. I just want to see you make something that you enjoy making. You make whatever you want to make and have fun doing it. That's what I want to see. Okay, cool. I'm with you, baby. Can't be wasting gas for unnecessary reasons. Gotta have a purpose for making it. What's the biggest one you have? I think an 18-inch bong in my shop right now. That's about it. Alright, that's it. That's done. Now I'm going to make something else. But first, we're going to see if we can fix this. Always looking at a mofo. It sounds like a good deal, to be honest. What's the biggest one you have? Alright, so this was an inside-out pipe, and it was reworked. So this part is probably the sketchiest part of the whole fucking process. It's taking it back off without blowing it up. What's up, man? Alright, look at that. It didn't explode, so that's a good fucking sign. That part right there that I just showed you is where these reworks usually explode, is on the stem. Right there, that mouthpiece. Peering into my soul, I love it. Thanks for stopping by, bro. I'm trying to respond when people talk. Sometimes the comments come so fast I can't see them. So here we go. We're going to open up this mouthpiece, and if we're lucky, this actually makes it in the kiln, doesn't blow up, and I get to sell it and turn it into a taco. Fuck yeah. Come on, baby. We got our fingers crossed. We can do it. It's cold as fuck out here today. How'd you get started into this? I bought a torch. I took one step in this direction. I bought a book. Bought a torch. Started reading lots of books. Before Google existed that I was learning how to blow glass. Most of the information I found was in a book called Contemporary Lampworking, and I ended up actually calling the guy that wrote that book. And he's like, well, if you live in New Mexico, I could help you. And I'm like, well, fuck, I'm in Alaska, bro. He's like, well, good luck, bro. Thanks, homie. I saw that dude in Vegas here a year or two back. I just kept going. Never stopped. Laughing my ass off. Facts with cosmic glass. Thanks, bro. Alright, we still trying to open this up. It could still fucking explode any second, so fingers crossed, bitches. Any kind of glasswork in this weather is fucking sketchy. Got shifting pressures and temperatures in my shop because the garage door is cracked open a little bit today to relieve the pressure. Come on, baby. Come on, tacos. I already want to set this on the bench once it's done because I don't want to shock it. Perfect. There we go. Bro, I'd love to pick your brain about glass blowing. To be honest, you're OG of the industry. Thanks, bro. Ryan in the chat. Random as fuck, this just popped up and I didn't skip it. You said Alaska, gonna holler at you. What's up, Nicholas? Thank you, sir. Alright, so that was a rework. That was a broken pipe. Just repaired it. Fuck, now I can sell it, turn it into a fucking taco. Let's go start to finish on another soap dish today. What do you guys think about that? I think that's the fucking vibes. I'm really enjoying making those. They're kind of cool. So bearing that in mind, I'm just going to pick up this big ass 26 millimeter borosilicate tube and break a piece of it off, like maybe that much, to make the next setup. Thanks for tuning in today, folks. Hope you're enjoying the show so far. Man loves tacos, always talking about tacos. You should make a glass taco. Yeah, thanks, bro. Sure. Yes, you do, sir. That would be good. Gracias, folks. Yeah, I am always talking about tacos. I don't know fucking why. I just like tacos. When I'm in my town, I'm going to Blazing Tacos next to Shoreline Cannabis out there in Wasilla. How you doing? Or Senor Taco up there by Home Depot. That's where I like to go for my tacos. Who don't love tacos? I ain't tried them Blazing Tacos yet, but that's what I'm sending people. I gotta get over there and try one. Because they got my glass in the building next door. Go buy some tacos over there and then go inside and get yourself some of my glass. Some of that fresh Alaskan fire, bitches. Woo! Alright, here we go. Seal that in, and then take off about 4 inches of that. El Pastor Burrito last night. Oh, that's a fucking vibe. We're going to do a soap dish on the show here this afternoon. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Looks like it's about 12:01 here in Alaska. And the winds haven't let up yet. We got 80-mile-an-hour winds outside the studio today. Are we blowing you away in the shop instead of being blown away outside? I'm going to use about as much glass as I would use to make a nice sized pipe here for the soap dish, too, just to give you a perspective. You were brought here for a reason. Jesus Christ is calling you out to you today. He who the Son sets free is free indeed. Well, thank you for joining the show. Appreciate you too. What's the windshield there? Well, if I don't have this windshield here, it burns my fucking face, man. It'll turn all red. That's not the vibe. So I have a sunburn. The only way I want a sunburn is from sitting on the fucking beach, not from sitting at work in my shop. You know what I mean? Well, there's actually cool as fuck. Thanks, bro. Alright, so we give it a little score and then we give it a little love tap. There we go. And we're gonna go right into turning this into something. Alright, so we're gonna warm that up. I got a piece of silver on this stick here. We're gonna color it with silver. I don't have any color, but I got a jar full of silver fucking chunks. So that's what I color my glass with. Pretty much free. I used to spend $1,000 a month on color. Can you believe that? A G-stack. How high in Alaska are you? Oh, I'm pretty high up here, bro. Maybe just my algorithm since I live in Alaska too. Yeah, respect it. Thanks, bro. I'm like kind of in the middle, bottom part of Alaska. I'm like an hour north of the airport you're flying through if you ever come into my city or my state. My city or my state, that's right, because this is where I be. Alright, so we're going to throw some color into this, then we're going to shape it into a dish. Y'all ready? Here we go. Shape it into a dish. I like to make things that are fun for me. If it's not fun, why would you want to do it? Right? Lame. I want to spend my days doing shit I don't want to do. I want to make fun stuff all day, every day, baby. So yeah, do something you really enjoy. If you can. Do something you love. It's not really work, yeah, because I really like what I do. I want to make it some fun. Last head back home. Yeah, I know, for sure. You breathe this shit, you'd be flying off into space like Mr. Potato Head was putting out there on his fucking Instagram. What the fuck's that guy's name? The dude that makes potatoes. I don't even remember. I saw a video that dude posted of having the ventilation go off and like he inhaling the silver fumes and suddenly he was off in space on a potato. I thought it was funny as fuck. I'm in Australia. Love your work. Hey, thanks Australia. I appreciate you stopping by. But yeah, this guy's right. You don't want to breathe the silver fumes respectfully. So Chicago, I know from blowing glass. So that's good. Yeah, don't breathe that shit. All right, so there we go. We got the silver on the tube. Now we're gonna turn it into a soap dish. But with this one, I'm gonna color it up a little extra. I'm gonna put a cool pattern in it. Like that last one was cool, but it was boring. Let's make it fucking cool, man. We got just enough time on the show to make a few cool things today. Let's see what we can do here with this one. This is pretty much the same technique I would use to make a pipe out of the same size glass. You are a champ. Thank you, sir. What's the dabber thing do? It's going to be what I use to melt the glass onto the other two. Let him cook. Ah, thank you, sir. Dots and stringers on the fume looks fire, old school. So yeah, it's hella old school, man. Hella old school, for sure. I think nowadays a lot of people are using like line tubing and colored tubing. It already comes pulled out of the pot for you. All you gotta do is buy a stick and pull it, stretch it, do whatever you want to it. No tunes today? No. No tunes today. We're listening to Mac Miller in the headphones right now. Just adding glass, sorry dude. Yeah, I'm adding glass to it, watch. This is how I do it. I stick it and then I just wrap it around slowly like this. This is going to be a soap dish for those of you that are just tuned into the show today. So right now I'm encasing all that silver that I fumed onto the tube, and this is going to be what makes the pattern underneath the glass once it's melted in. Super cool. Thank you. Coil a color stick, get better colors. I don't have color, bro. I have silver. I've got a whole jar of it. I used up all my color and I'm not buying anymore. Fuck all that. I got a whole fucking jar full of silver up there. Until I get some gold, I really like gold. And I do love silver, but yeah, I'd rather buy tacos than color. How about you? I'd rather buy tacos than color. That G-Stack a month is going somewhere else. Do some takes. Takes? What's a take, bro? Take breath. I meant not for cheating on color class. I don't get it, but I thanks. Appreciate you. So we're gonna put a super sick pattern into this dish, and I'm probably gonna make the shape look a little different. We're about to find out how cool this can get. But yeah, this part takes patience. Then I think I was going to take this cigar holder and turn it into something else today too. I've got a cigar holder in it, so it wasn't quite thick enough or the right size. Well, it's a soap dish. I'm going to show you a soap dish right now. That's what I'm working on. A soap dish is a soap dish, bro. You wash your hands with soap. You put it in a soap dish like your grandma's house, remember? Grandma had a soap dish. My grandma did, so we're going to go make a soap dish like grandma had. Love your creations. Thanks, bro. Like not the prefab color tubes you can make your home by coiling a color stick. Yes, I'm well aware of that. Thank you. I don't have any color. I'm not coiling it. I got a jar full of silver to color all my glass. That's how I do it. That's my color. And the crazy story about that thing of color right there is it came from my uncle who used to be a silversmith in Arizona, and he died in a mining accident. He had a silver mine in his backyard. He dug like 100-foot deep hole in there with my cousin, and they reached a pocket of H2S gas and it killed them. And then they went back in there and fucking sealed the fucking hole up so nobody would go in there and die again. But after he passed away, my aunt sent me that jar of silver. And so I'm kind of using up in his memory, I suppose. Looking good. Some of those youngsters won't know what a soap dish is. That's funny. Silver is going up, homie. Ha! Right? Yeah, they're printing that fake money faster than you can fucking say hello. It's not real, folks. None of it is. A $100 bill, a $1 bill, it's all fake. It has no value. It's Santa Claus. It's like silver and gold. Like today it's this much. And same with my glasswork. Fuck, I'm like pricing it up by throwing it on a scale. Like, it's that much. You know what I mean? Like, what you talking about, man? So now we're going to switch up to a thicker piece. Am I making myself a toy, like a sex toy? Is that true? I'm actually making a soap dish. That's a crazy story, but a sweet thing. Thanks, bro. Yeah, that's real life. That really happened. I think I drank a whole fucking bottle of bourbon that night. I was a sad motherfucker. And I don't even drink anymore. It's probably been 13 years since Jeremiah had the alcohol. But my uncle died a long time ago, man. And that was my uncle's son-in-law that was in there with him. So it was his daughter's husband. Not really my cousin. But yeah, they both fucking died, man. And then she fucking passed away of cancer, like, just a little bit after that. So yeah, Jeremiah had some sadness in his life, you know what I mean? But I know we all have. Just gotta keep on going. Making yourself a toy. No, might have to in the future. He is making an egg to shape for the final piece. Yeah, I'm decorating this piece of glass to be the final soap dish, which will be kind of an inside-out piece of glassware because I'm putting all the pattern on the outside of the glass like this. So it'll be magnified, which is what I'm going to show you too. Sorry to hear that, but it's beautiful doing this and keeping the memory alive. Thanks, man. Yeah, they used to live out in the desert in Show Low, Arizona, my aunt and uncle. Holy fuck, man. You'd have to go into Show Low and then drive an hour north of the city. You had to, like, find the right cattle guard to cross into the space where they lived, and it was, like, 10 miles back into the desert on, like, 100 acres. They didn't have no electricity. They had their own fucking well. The whole thing. Build it, they will come. Thanks for stopping by, folks. But yeah, I've been up to Show Low, Arizona a long time. But I definitely consider that place like my second home. Arizona. I miss being behind the torch. Got me fiending for the fire. Well, I encourage you to do whatever you can in your life to make that happen again, bro. If it's calling you, do it. Alright, so this is almost ready. I'm going to stick this piece of glass on the end, make it the handle, and start to shape this into the soap dish now. You guys ready? Yeah, thank you, man. appreciate you stopping by today. I hope you're having a nice day. Now we're going to start to color this and shape it into the dish. You guys ready? Here we go. What inspired you to blow glass? The desire to not have to fucking work for anybody else, I suppose. The desire not to fucking go work in my dad's office, I suppose. My pops was a doctor, I bet y'all didn't know that. I really like what I do. It's fun as fuck. And if other people like it, that's even cooler, man. I like making people smile. It makes me happy. Man, so you look like Dr. House. I think I know what you're talking about. I saw a blurb of that on TikTok. Guy's got a beard, doesn't he? He's a doctor, right? Solving fucking mysteries and shit. Close your eyes. How many times have they blown up before you realize you caught the trade skill? Billion, bro. Fucking billion. Alright, here we go. Now we're going to turn this into a soap dish. All that being melted into a fucking bubble and then shaped into a soap dish. Here we go. God bless, brother. You the man. Savage work you do. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you stopping by today, man. Is this soap dish going to be kind of like an ashtray? Yeah, it's kind of like an ashtray, except I'm not putting those little creases in it to make it hold your smoke, whatever. But yeah, it's pretty much the same way I do an ashtray. So if you kind of watch the technique, you'll be able to do it pretty simple, like repeating the process. Maybe I want to really turn up the heat now. I figured torch would be nice for stuff like this, but we're working with what we got, baby. We're working with what we got. We're making a soap dish today on the show. This is our second one. That's our first one that's going to be colorful like this and real pretty. I want this to be sick as fuck. That's what we're going for. How many years it take you to be comfortable with the trade? I don't know how to answer that one, man. I was comfortable with it right up the gate. Until they stop blowing up. Yeah, that pretty much is it right there. Until they stop blowing up. That's it. Alright, so check it. What I'm going to do for this dish is I'm going to do the top half first, like this. To get a nice even bubble. As thick as I can. We're going to go for a little bit bigger this time. So we're going to do this in 2 steps. Not one. It took like a month to the flame until they start blowing up the bags. It took like a moth to the flame, I love it. Right. Yeah, you know when you're there. You're like, oh shit. Alright, check it. Top half first, then the bottom half. Doing a soap dish, folks, for those just joining up. Anything worth doing takes time, that's what. So I'm going to sell this by the gram when I'm done doing it. See that? One round bubble at the top. Now I'm going to take this part and bring it down into this part. This is going to be tricky, but it should be cool if I don't fuck it up. This will be the first one of these that I've done like this. It's going to be a pretty much inside out soapdish. All the color will be magnified from underneath. How much a gram? $1 a gram. On pretty much anything you see me making. A marble, a pipe, an ashtray, whatever. Crank some tunes, brother. I'm listening to music in my ears. Nobody can see my videos if I play any kind of content music on there. Because I don't have a license to listen to the radio. Did you know that those motherfuckers own the airwaves? Who got those bitches a fucking right to the airwaves? You can't fucking play any kind of music without paying us. What the fuck? If you know, you know. That's what's going on out here. So yeah, the whole point of this is to teach people how to blow glass, and if my videos are all blocked from listening to music, I'm not going to be able to share what I share with people. So yeah, no music. Whatever. Yeah, isn't that lame? I mean, I still do a show sometimes, but yeah, that's the sad part about it. Whatever I show people on that show, no one's gonna ever see it. And yeah, I'm putting this out there to like help someone. So, whatever. Alright, so now we got the bottom. We're gonna even that up too. That. Okay, now we're gonna bring these two together. Yeah, it is mad lame. I think it's fucking retarded. I can't listen to my Bob FM. Got those bitches blocking me. Copyrighted content by who? Is PayPal God now? I don't fucking think so. Give them the right. Fuck you, PayPal. Fuck you, YouTube. You're messing with the vibes. I know, that's facts. Man, we should like vote or something. You know how you vote with your dollar bills? It's the only fucking place you can vote. Choose where to spend your money. That's where your vote counts. You want to vote for Jeremiah? Buy some glass. Some changes, man. We should like vote or something. Make some changes. I like this guy. Dang, bro, that last video when you were bumping was awesome. Thanks, bro. Alright, so now we're going to bring these two together and we're going to form this into a sick-ass soap dish. You guys ready? What I'm going to do this time is clean up that bottom and make that pattern just extra sick. This will be the nicest soap dish I've ever made. Talking to glass, don't mind me. Dang, bro, that lasted, yeah, right, until the fun police arrived. Get those bitches. Alright, so we're going to bring that tip in back to the base, and that's what's going to give me that sick spirally pattern in the inside of the dish. The fun police, them sons of bitches. But yeah, so the whole point of my show is to kind of educate people that want to learn about glass blowing. And yeah, I can't do that if I play music. So headphones are me talking. You know I love you, baby. You know that. I'm smoking on some San Fernando Valley cookies right now. That's cool as fuck. I don't know what I'm fucking smoking on. I'm smoking on something delicious. My man is tweaking and having some serious fun. Okay. Yeah, I'm always having fun, bro. Always. Alright, so what we want to do here is get that bottom bubble into the mouthpiece bubble and get those two pieces of glass smooth and even. Then I'm going to flare the whole thing out, man. If I'm lucky, I should get a really nice pattern here. Just got to hide that something over in the corner. Yeah. Something in the corner. There we go, it's starting to come together. This is going to be a big old thick soap dish here in a minute. I love my sweet strain citrus too. Yeah, me too. Old school Alaskan Thunderfuck Bubble Hash 100% sativa. Yeah, that is old school stuff. I'm smoking on that Maximilian Zaza Scratcher Skunk Dark Evil Cat Bubba Kush. What's up? No flesh, just candy and fruits. Make the magic happen. Alright, here we go. Thank you for your comments. Here we go. We're about to make the magic happen. You ready? So what I'm going to do now is attach a nice long handle to this. We're going to push it to the limit, baby. Let's do it. Ready? You're doing a soap dish. I'm amazed at the talent it takes to do this stuff. Thank you. No push. Alright, so check it. We're going to put this handle right here at the bottom. Watch. Nothing wrong with good kush. Smoking, kush, no kush, fruits and citrus. Yeah, that's my fave. I like that citrusy stuff. I'm old school. I like flour bread. Jeremiah doing the craziness. Alright, here we go. Now we're going to turn it into a soap dish. That's right. Grow your own, folks. Your food, weed, whatever. Grow it yourself. Grow some seeded watermelons. I think that's the ultimate fucking goal for me. I want to grow a seeded watermelon. Fucking cool. Alright, watch this. Here we go. Until the wind blows it in the neighbor's yard. Ha ha ha. That's funny as fuck. Yeah, tarps are blowing over power lines out here, shutting shit down. Oh snap, you about to do it. Yeah, I am, right now. Here we go. We're going to turn this into a soap dish. And either I pull this off or I fuck it up right before your eyes. Either way, it's a shit. Here we go. Now we're going to flare this open and see if we can turn this into a nice soap dish without fucking it up. All in. Let's fucking go. Alright, we're doing a soap dish. We're hoping we don't fuck it up. Let's see if we can do it. This one's for the kids. This one's for the kids. Alright, here we go. Here in Alaska, when it rains, it snows. You know what I'm saying? Rectangle soap dish, it could be. Alright, here we go. It was kicking. I love how it becomes a wine glass. Right? If you're a Schumann, that's the shit. No. Okay, there we go. So there's a nice little dish. I think it's a little too deep, though. It might work. Well, I gotta say, that makes a real nice soap dish, actually. It's like a soap bowl. Put it in the bowl. Put it in the bowl. Yeah, we're making a soap dish over here today, folks. Oh, it's looking lovely. It's a nice little dish. What y'all think so far? Quite the process to make a beautiful little glass dish. But if you do it right, I think it's like straight fire bread. I think that's fire bread. Yeah, I'm excited and shit. So now I'm going to clean off the bottom and then kind of thicken it up a little bit. Soap bowl, yeah, I guess. What are the purple knobs for? One for gas, one for oxygen, but what's the other two on the side for? I've got a propane here, an oxygen on this side, and an oxygen on the top, so it's a triple mix torch. It's got an inner fire and an outer fire. And so that controls the inner and the outer of the torch on both sides. Rock and roll. Supposed to dish Went deep, now we so cool. Yeah. Lots of oxygen knobs. Yeah, 4 oxygen knobs. Alright, now I'm gonna take that off right there. She just don't know. We'll take that a little bit off. And then thicken it up. Yeah, 4 oxygen knobs, 2 propane knobs. Like the hat, Jeremiah. Oh, you like America, bitches? I felt like making Alaska great today. Let's make Alaska great. Match the fucking camo hats and the camo pants. You know I wear camo pants every fucking day, right? One pair for the year. Still the closet's filled with suits, baby. We're wearing fucking camo pants. Making some bongs? No. We're not making bongs. We're making little soap dishes in the morning. America. America. Thicken that up. Now we're going to flatten it like this. Watch. Warm up that paddle of scotch. And focus all the heat right on the bottom so that it all melts together. So I don't want to burn my tools, so I'm being real careful there. So I'll push it in, then let it pull back out, and that'll even up the wall thickness. I'm making a soap bowl. Not a dish, it's a bowl. Sure, where else can we do something around the planet, right? America. American strays, most countries in the world. God bless it. I'm sure we'll thanks. Alright, here we go. Now we're going to flatten the bottom and we're pretty much on to the next one. So let's get this nice and thickened. And I think the more I thicken this up, the better it is because I kind of want a shallow dish. Of course, this would make a nice like candy dish too, or any kind of dish if you want to like set it on your countertop or whatever. This would look real lovely on your coffee table. Picture my beautiful dish on your coffee table. America. Whoa. No, I'm not asking for your vote. I just want your sale. Buy my stuff here. CosmicGlass.net. Buy my stuff. The politicians always love to say that. I'm a small business owner. I'm like, fuck, me too. You can vote for me right there on my website. $1 at a time. Cast your vote today. CosmicGlass.net. Which item do you want to buy? Vote now. Vote today. Is it going to be clear? It's got clear. Soap bowl is where it's at for real. It's deep dish now, which gave it so much more room for activity. Oh, you're funny. Yo, America. Activities, like I said. I think you put your M&M's in there if you wanted to, if you're a real savage. If any of you guys still like eating that titanium dioxide they're poisoning all your food with there, it's prepackaged in America. Will they label the food not poison and make us pay more for it? America! Oh, my vote. Got my vote, homie. Oh, I love this guy. Yeah, I love this guy. Alright, here we go. One final little push, and this dish is done, man. You can put your Captain Crunch in this motherfucker. Who wants a new cereal bowl? Woo! I would eat cereal that bowl, gangster style. That's what I just said, bro. That's a good vibe. And the red dye 40. That's right. Cancer in every bite. Thank you, America. Regulated by the very companies that are poisoning you. God, I love it. America. Thank you, Reagan, right? Let's deregulate everybody. That was all for show from the beginning, folks. That's all for show. Cocoa Pebbles, yeah, Fruity Pebbles too. Preach! Thanks, bro. Yeah, unfortunately, most of the people are gone when Jeremiah starts to share his perceptions. That's all. I'm not listening to the radio today, so maybe somebody will get it. Like, yeah, I'm gonna vote for Jeremiah right now when I buy his pipe. Fuck yeah, bitches. Look who's voting for me today. I need your campaign finance dollars, folks, to take care of my fellow Alaskans during this fucking absolute diabolical disaster. There's your cereal bowl. Who wants to buy a cereal bowl for $100 right now? Cash App Cosmic Glass, $100, and you can have this cereal bowl right there. $100 going now, today, just for you, baby. Fruity Pebbles for motherfucking days. 300 likes around the corner. Let's fucking go. I like this guy. He's a vibe. Thank you, Ben. Appreciate you, man. Alright, so check this out. This was a cigar holder that I made earlier. I've been buying these shitty cigars from the smoke shop down the street from my house because the homie ain't taking care of me yet, but I think the homie's gonna take care of me today, so we're gonna turn this into something else. That didn't work. That was the moment for it. Watch me repair this before your eyes. Count Chocula, Jeremiah don't eat no fucking cereal. You know what I have for breakfast? Coffee. And I like it black. Yeah, no sugar, no milk. But sometimes I'll put some of that Chobani fucking magic in there. Oh. It's like you're fucking sipping on a cup of heaven, but you pour that Chobani in the coffee. Woo! I'm not a paid fucking sponsor here, folks. I'm just sharing my perceptions. Count Chocula, will you make me a personal bowl? Yes. Yes, I will. First thing I'm gonna do is open this up like this, watch. Okay, open it a little bit. I'm going to take this and attach it. I'd love to email you about one. Yeah, you can email me. Oh, good, bro. Alright, something like this, I'm going to sit that in the kiln first so it doesn't explode. Today we're doing a little bit of rework and a little bit of new work, but either way we're having fun. How about this art I made? A diacrylic heart. Does anyone like this? They're like, I do. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. These repairs are hella dope to watch, bro. Thanks, bro. Yeah, this is a dichroical heart pendant. I must have made like 100 hearts in a row. I must have been going through some shit. I don't know, man. I made like 100 of these fucking hearts in a row. I think I was sad. My kid didn't invite me to a fucking high school graduation. It made me fucking hella sad. So I was just making hearts for like a long time. Until I got over it. Let me share. Everybody's got a little share. Let's share. And I got about 100 of those hearts left over on my website if anybody wants to buy some of that love that I was giving out to the universe, that fucking part of my life. I don't know if I'll ever make those hearts again. Probably not. But they're all on my website if anybody wants one. They're all on my website if anybody wants one, like this rainbow pipe. Look at that. That's the only one on the fucking planet. Anybody want it? It's for sale. Same with this cool ass jar. See that? Put on a necklace, wear it around your neck. 100 hearts and no love. That's about what we expected. I don't expect nothing from people. I just appreciate y'all stopping by. Alright, moving on. We're gonna repair that fucked up little piece of cigar thing now. You ready? Does the jar come with the cone? Fuck yeah, I'm gonna send you the cone, bro. It's only 60 bucks. I think on my website, plus 5 to ship. Plus it'd be the only one in your state. Nobody else can get that. First come, first serve on the website, folks. There's only one of everything. Does the cone cook there yet? Call it a dingle bro. Yeah. Do you ever teach like a beginner class? I do teach classes. I teach a 2-hour class out of my studio for like $100 if anybody wants to learn how to blow glass. And you're in my state, or if you want to fly here. I teach all the basic setup, what you need to get started, and pretty much a beginning course on how to blow glass. You walk out of my class with a full understanding how to get the equipment, use the equipment, and kind of basic understanding how to work with glass. To answer the question, yes, I do teach classes. The information is on my website. I think you could even buy a class on there for $100. That's what it costs today, $100 for a 2-hour class. Alright, so we got that back on. Now we're going to shape this into something different. I think I might turn it into a spoon. So this is a repair too. We're going to change the shape. Fucking sweet, thanks. Yeah, no problem, bro. This was the very first design for my cigar holders that I ever made. And I made a gold one as the first one, so it was kind of like a redesign of the very first one that I did here. But it was too small. Didn't hold my cigar very well, so I'm going to turn to something else. I like to smoke cigars, if you didn't know that, so yeah, I invented this cool thing called the Throckmorton Ember that helps you finish all your cigars till they're completely gone. If anybody wants to buy one, I sell them for $50. I invented that magic. I fucking invented that. When I needed one, so I had a fucking pile of cigar butts on my ashtray of cigars to smoke, so I was like, well, let's finish that. So that's how that happened. That's how I came up with that idea. Throckmorton Ember, that's my last name. Yeah, why not? I'm going to close that in and attach another handle. It's fun to take things and turn them into new things sometimes. So you can see that's starting to take shape. I hate cigars. Smell like shit. Don't get you high. Yeah, I guess that's a matter of opinion. I fucking love cigars. But no, they don't get you high unless you're smoking some Cuban cigars. That shit'll give you fucking dopamine rush like no other. And I've had a few of those in my life. They're very good. I know what I'm gonna do with this. Watch. I got an idea. There's something to sit down and relax for now. That's why I like them. I love series cigars, not the cheap ones. I really like fucking Arturo Fuente cigars, and I think my favorite right now is my homie's. Oh yeah. La Comisión. That's the fucking name of this company. Yeah, Romeo and Juliet is a fucking hella good too. Yeah, I've been smoking a hell of a ton of La Comisión. You can find that dude on Instagram if y'all want to try cigars. They ship out in New York. Hella fucking good. Y'all should try them if you like cigars. Hit up my homie Josh out there at La Comisión. See what I just did? It changed the shape completely. Corona doubles are good too. Yeah. Sure. Thanks, man. See you later. Maderas, I ain't fucked with that yet. No. Yeah, I like Maduros. They're my favorite. Maduros are my favorite. I like that fucking flavor. I like that natural tobacco flavor. I don't like the flavored shit like acid stuff. I don't like that. That's gross. I want to taste the tobacco from the fucking field in the sun, baby. I've not bought a cigar in a while. Yeah, you can't buy a cigar in my town without paying fucking the one person that sells them $30. You know what makes all the money in my state off of cigars? The state. It's a 75% tax on tobacco in my state. It's insane. Nobody gave those idiots the right to do that. Put me in jail for fucking selling cigars, sons of bitches. About 15 of here before tax. Yeah, like a good Fuente here in my town be like 26 bucks, man. But you want to buy like a regular Cuban reject cigar from the smoke shop, they're like $5. But they taste like, they suck. They're not that good. We're going to do, remember this was a cigar holder? I'm going to turn it into a dish. Hopefully this time it looks a little better than the last time. The last one wasn't that bad. It was more of a cereal bowl than a dish. The 97 edition. It's made 19, smoked in 25, right? They're rejected for a reason, right? Yeah, it's facts, bro. Yeah, they're $5 in my smoke shop. I'm like, oh, let me get one of those fucking, those pity cigars. Yeah, they're not really bad. They're rejected for a reason. That's funny as fuck, bro. Alright, so there's my cigar holder turned into this bubble. And now I'm going to open it up and hopefully turn it into a cool dish. Let's see if we can do it. Thanks for stopping by today, folks. Hope you're enjoying the show on this Monday. Broadcasting from Wasilla, Alaska. I'll stick with a backwoods and Evan Williams. Man, I love them backwoods, I won't lie. Nothing hits like a backwoods. We got mad flavor. Mad flavor. Alright, check it. Here we go. We're going to do this soap dish magic. See if we can do it. So we're going to get that lip nice and smooth. That's not the vibes. I've had that for 20 years. And it just fell off on live TV. Sadness. Fixed it. They're like, what the fuck? Yeah, you gotta learn to fix your own tools too. I just picked it back up and shoved it back in there. I love it. Not like I could bring it to the dude. I think this is a Will Menzies fucking paddle that I bought from the dude like 22 years ago. If y'all know who that is. Redneck Riviera is a pretty good whiskey for 20 or 50. Jeremiah don't drink no whiskey. Right, if it broke, I'd be fucking sad. But Jeremiah's California sober. I like weed. It's about it. Weed and cigars. And I just started the weed again after like 2 years of not smoking. I started up again like, I don't know, 3 months ago. 4 months ago after like 2 years of not smoking weed. My dad is a TV repairman. He has an ultimate set of tools. I can fix it. Alright, here we go. Now we're going to open this up and hopefully make a cool dish. See what we do. So I'm going to focus all the heat on the lip and pretty much the middle of the dish. Slowly thin it faster like this. Someone else said something about Evan Williams. I don't know what that is. There's my soap dish. is looking like some fucking fire, bro. Look at that. Alright, so now we just gotta make sure that it's nice and thick and it's flat. Sick soap bitch, look, the lines going all around. Thanks, Brett. I'm gonna die, I'll be back. Alright, bro, thanks for stopping by, man. Hope I get to see you again. So now I gotta get this flat. And hopefully not fuck it up. Concentrate, and we're going to try to get this in one whack. See, Spotify, will it still breach copyright because then you're paid for it? Yes. Yeah, no matter what you do, those bitches are gonna fucking turn off your content. Alright, there's my soap dish. I'm gonna show it to you. Look at that. Yeah, that'll hold a nice bar of soap. Thanks, Gary. Nice, solid. It's just to keep your countertops clean. It's not like a bar of soap's gonna break it. Thanks, y'all. Yeah, we don't talk about Fight Club, right? We're making soap dish. I'm going to turn this into something. That's the food, but there's a heart. Remember I told you I made a lot of hearts? Let's turn this into something else. Just posted that plant up for $100 today if anybody wants this beautiful pot with a plant in it. I do that. I'm a cutting. Look at all the roots. That's what I like to do in my spare time is grow plants. Everybody start thinking of a way to get around this lack of tune situation. Okay? I think we need to start some sort of class action lawsuit against YouTube for claiming that they own the airwaves of anybody that's played the radio station in the background of a fucking video that's posted on their website. Jeremiah cartoons, you don't care, but what about us? Oh, bruh. Sing to you. How about that Good Day song? It's a good day with that Michael Bublé. Fish in the sea. That guy? I can sing that song too. Fish in the sea, having a good day. How's it going? Come on, sing for me, baby. That was a heart. Oh, it's Charity's heart. That was a digrowth heart. Watch this. We're going to take that heart. We're going to change its shape and turn it into something even cooler. Just as good as the original. Oh, yeah. Birds flying high. You know how I feel. How's that sound? Something like that. scent of the pine. You know how I feel. That right? Song is a vibe. I woke up and got out of the shower and listened to that on my phone today. So you know how I was in the shower. You know how I feel. So you make dichroic cane and you wonder what the fuck I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. I'm gonna turn this shit into something else. Not a heart. Oh, isn't that cool? I'm gonna make one of my fancy little camping tools out of this right now. I got those on my website for $40 if anybody wants one. I just invented it a couple days ago. Pack a cone like a boss with one of these things. And I'm gonna weight the top so that's just a little bit extra weight on there when you're packing your cone. This one's going to be about a 20-gram weight on top, I think. You can't take it to the grave with you, folks. Send some to me. And I'll send you some magic. Make a glass Mr. Hanky the Christmas poo. Ha ha ha. That's probably good Barney Brown, bro. Make a clear one. Not quite the same vibe, is it? They'd be like, what's that clear wiggle? I don't get it. Epidemic Sound offers for 30 days. Well, I'm going to be doing this for more than 30 days, and I don't want to give them a fucking nickel. That's why I like the radio. It's free. But they're like, fuck you, pay me. You played the radio. Bruh. Yeah, for my stuff to stay up, no music. That's okay. I'm trying to teach people how to blow glass, and nobody's going to learn anything about playing the radio, so there you go. I'm going to take this off, and I got a beautiful dichroic marble on top of it. Alright, so now I got hard and I turned it into all this dichroic glass. I'm gonna melt that into a marble. And then I think we're gonna take a little break because we've been going solid for like 2.5 hours now, and I appreciate y'all staying tuned in today. Thank you so much for checking out the show. If you'd like to support me or the show, please feel free to check out my website and pick up some of my work and vote with your dollars now. Take that off. The object here is not to burn out any of your dichroic glass. You might have to learn to play guitar and write your own music. Oh, I think that's a vibe, bro. I think you might be right. I'll just sit here and sing. I can play my own music. I'm gonna give you the gift of song, folks. Yeah. What's your favorite thing to make? These plant pots that I make, like this. That's my favorite thing to make. But hard while blowing glass, I would assume, but it's pretty challenging. Hard while blowing. You guys are funny today. I appreciate y'all. So now we gotta find a way to enjoy the day. You know what I mean? Yes, to answer your question, that's my favorite thing to make. This is a really cool one that I made yesterday. Yeah. Got a little piece of rosemary growing in there. That's a little cutting. Highlighted with some marbles in there. I'm making a weighted tamping tool. This one's going to be about 4 grams, 25 grams. Just vibing, making stuff. It's fun. I want to get it just right. Here's my little shampoo. I'll pack a cone. If you buy those free pack cones that you fill up yourself, stamp them in with one of these. Just invented that. Pretty cool. Got a little weight on top to help push it into the crutch. Alright, now we turn this into something. Broken pipe. Nothing beats the old thumb screw. I was gonna take a break, but it just keeps coming. Broken piece of glass, see what I can do with it. Nothing beats the old. I know you guys get to hear what I was listening to for a second, kinda. say? How'd you do that? You see that? Fire. Hiya. One thing Nancy can't understand. Yeah. How'd I do that? Practice, bro. Practice. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, baby. Grinding. Falling down, getting back up, day after day. That's how I did it. Alright, so now I'm going to open this up a little bit. Watch this. This is just a broken piece of glass a second ago. We just vibe and see what happens with it. I don't know what it's going to be, man. Let's see. Let's see if we can do this. Then I think it's time for a smoke break, yo. I'm out of cigars. We gotta get some cigars, bruh. The color was a piece of rework from an old broken stem off of a Sherlock, I think. Way back in the day, baby. Time for a smoke break. Yeah, that's facts, bro. I suggest everybody go take a smoke break. I can't be the only one. That's a cigar 30, bro. 131. Yeah, that's cigar 30. Who's with me? Who's gonna light up a cigar today? Is it just me? Anybody else out there? I don't see many people doing that much. Now we're gonna take that up. We're gonna make another little soap dish out of this piece of scrap, I think. Not every soap dish needs to hold an entire bar of soap. Yeah, whatever. It's a little bit. It's a shame. We're gonna take out that extra glass at the bottom, like this. Roll it away just like a mouthpiece. Same concept with solid glass. Heat it up and remove. Then focus all the flame right there on that spot where you pulled it away. Alright, we're going to do the final push onto the table, and that's it. We're going to wrap up the show for today. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to take a little smoke break, and we should be able to come back in another hour or two if we're lucky. If we're lucky. But we're still walking and talking in a few hours. You never know, baby. You never know, baby. It's our lucky day today, ain't it? We're all walking and talking. Alright, there we go. There's my soap dish finished. Put a clear spot in the bottom, but that's to be expected when you're heating up that kind of glass. It's a shallow little dish designed to just kind of keep your countertops clean after you get done washing your hands at the sink there. Drop your little soap bar into this happy little dish. There you go. That's my favorite thing. Soap dishes and fit the blend. It's fun. Look at that. Happy little soap dish. Solid too, look at that. I love it. I fucking love it. Thanks for watching, folks. Hope you enjoyed the show today. It's like we fixed the pipe, made a couple soap dishes, and a couple little hand sand tools today. So, pretty cool so far today. Thanks for tuning in today, folks. Should be back later. Have a wonderful day. Peace out.